Hey, are you there? I asked, my voice barely masking the tremor. Yeah, I'm here, Emma replied softly. There was a pause, the kind that stretches longer than comfort allows. I swallowed hard. You've been quiet all day. Everything okay? I'm fine, she said. But her tone, it wasn't fine. I could feel it through the phone. The warmth I used to know in her voice had thinned into something fragile. I laughed nervously. You're not fine. I can hear it. I think we need to talk, she said finally. My stomach tightened. I dreaded this moment for weeks, but hearing it made it real. Talk about what? I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. About us, about distance, she said. Distance? I felt anger spike, but I hid it. Emma, we've survived distance before. Why would it be different now? She hesitated. Because things change. People change. I've changed. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Changed how? Emma, I love you. You know that. I'd wait forever. I know, she whispered. And I love you, I do. But it's not enough. Not anymore. A lump formed in my throat. Not enough? For us? Her silence was louder than any answer. Emma, please don't do this over a phone call. Let's see each other. Let's fix it, I pleaded. I've tried fixing it in my heart, she said, but it's already different. I feel like I'm suffocating in this distance, in this life we're living apart, and I can't stop. Just stop, I said, choking back emotion. I can't hear this. I thought we were building something real. We were, she said softly. But sometimes love isn't enough when life pulls us in different directions. I felt my chest tighten, my hands trembled as I gripped the phone. So, this is it? You're leaving me? Yes, she whispered. I think we both deserve to be happy even if it's not together. I need space to find that happiness on my own. I laughed bitterly. Space? After everything? Emma, we promised we'd never let anything come between us. I know, she said, her voice cracking. And I meant it. I still do. But I can't ignore how I feel. I can't pretend anymore. My mind spun. I wanted to scream, beg, cry. Every part of me wanted her to stay, but I couldn't. I only whispered, I understand. You do? She asked. I do, I said, though every word felt like a lie. I understand that you have to do this, even if it hurts me. Another pause. Then, almost tenderly, she said, I'll always love you, though. That won't change. I'll always love you, too, I whispered. But love wasn't enough to stop the hollow ache that had taken root in my chest. Goodbye, then, she said softly. Goodbye, I said, and the line went dead. I sat there for a long time, staring at the black screen. My mind replayed every moment we shared, every laugh, every promise, every kiss. None of it prepared me for this. I had believed love could survive distance, could survive anything. But standing here in the aftermath, I realized belief wasn't enough. And somewhere deep down, I felt the sharp sting of betrayal, not from her intention, but from the cruel truth that sometimes love alone isn't enough to hold someone in your arms. Her words echoed in my mind. I need space to find happiness on my own. And I knew, with a certainty that cut through my chest, that this goodbye would haunt me forever. Hey man, you've been MIA all week. What's going on? Ryan's voice sounded casual over the phone, but I could hear the worry underneath. I'm fine, I muttered, though the words felt empty even to me. You're not fine. Stop lying. He always knew. Come hang out tonight. Fresh air, some beers, maybe girls if you want. Get out of your cave, man. I laughed bitterly. Girls aren't the problem, Ryan. It's everything. He sighed. Emma? I froze. Yeah, Emma. You still thinking about her? He asked quietly. I closed my eyes, remembering the last call, her voice fading from mine. Every single day, I replay everything: messages, photos, voice notes. I swear I hear her laugh sometimes when I walk past my apartment mirror. Man, you're torturing yourself, Ryan said. You can't live in the past forever. I know, I admitted. But it's not the past. She's still out there, living, breathing, without me. I try to tell myself it's distance, that maybe she needed this, but I keep thinking, was I not enough? You were, Ryan said firmly. Don't put that on yourself. Distance doesn't break the person who truly loves you. Sometimes it just exposes who's not ready. I scoffed. Not ready? Is that what she said? Funny way to say goodbye. Funny way to leave me wondering if every memory was a lie. Don't blame yourself. Seriously. I was silent for a moment, staring at my phone like it could give me answers. I replay our conversations over and over. I wonder if I missed the signs, the little cracks in her tone, the moments she tried to pull away, but I ignored them. Man, hindsight's brutal, Ryan said. But you can't live in what-ifs forever. You have to move forward somehow. I'm trying, I said. I wake up every day hoping it was a dream. Then reality smacks me. I see her face everywhere, and it hurts worse than when she said goodbye. Anger? Ryan asked. Or sadness? I paused. Both. Anger at her for leaving, at myself for letting it happen, sadness for losing what I thought was unbreakable. You're human, man. Don't apologize for that. But you need a plan. You can't just spiral in your apartment. I know, I whispered, more to myself than to him. I'm noticing I'm changing. My pride's battling my longing. My anger's starting to replace the sadness. I feel hardening, and I don't even want to admit it. You mean growing stronger? Ryan asked cautiously. Maybe, I said, but it feels darker than that. I don't want to feel weak again if she comes back, or if I have to face someone else who hurts me. I'm preparing for something I don't fully understand yet. Good, Ryan said. I can see it in you. You're not broken, not completely. You're just figuring out how to survive. Survive, I echoed, tasting the word. Funny how survival feels lonely even when you're alive. Funny how silence can scream louder than words ever could. Exactly, he said. And that's why you call me, right? To make the silence a little less deafening? Yeah, I admitted. To hear a voice that doesn't hurt me for being alive, for missing her, for being me. Then stop isolating, man. Let me drag you out tonight. You don't have to pretend to be okay. You just have to exist with someone who gets it. I paused, imagining the night, the city lights, and Ryan's stubborn grin. All right, I said finally, I'll come, but I'm warning you, I'm a mess. Perfect, Ryan laughed. Exactly the kind of mess I want around me. I hung up, staring at the dark ceiling, realizing that even in solitude, I wasn't entirely alone. And maybe, just maybe, that was the first step toward surviving the silence. I was scrolling through my feed, mindlessly, trying to distract myself when I saw it. Her face smiling at someone else. Daniel, the man I vaguely knew from mutual events. But here he was, in her photos, holding her hand, looking like they belonged together. I froze. No, this can't be real. You've been quiet for 10 minutes. Sophia's voice cut through my thoughts. I hadn't even noticed she was sitting across from me. What is it? I swallowed hard. It's Emma, with someone else. Sophia leaned closer, calm as always. Someone else? Who? Daniel, she's with him, I said, my hands shaking as I showed her the screen. She didn't just leave me because of distance. She replaced me. Sophia studied the photos silently. That hurts, she said softly. But what are you going to do about it? I I don't know, I admitted. I feel humiliated, betrayed. How could I have been so blind? You weren't blind, she said firmly. You were in love. That's different. You don't notice little things when your heart is focused on someone else. I replay every conversation, every message, every smile, I said, and I see signs now, tiny hesitations, distant tones, things I ignored because I thought love would fix it all. Sophia didn't interrupt. She just waited, letting me unravel. I can't believe it, I said finally, voice cracking. She's living the life she wanted, that life we dreamed about. And I'm here, stuck in my apartment, staring at her face like a fool. You're not a fool, Sophia said quietly. You loved her honestly. You were genuine. That counts for something. But it doesn't change the fact she's with him now, I snapped. I feel powerless, angry, humiliated. I don't even know who I am anymore without her. She tilted her head, studying me. Then figure out who you are. Not for her, not for him, not for anyone, for you. You don't have to be defined by her choices. I laughed bitterly. Easy for you to say. You're not the one left behind, not the one replaced, not the one wondering if every memory was a lie. Sophia shook her head. I'm not here to make it easy. I'm here to make you see that staying broken is your choice. You can either let this destroy you, or you can let it make you stronger. Your call? I clenched my fists, staring at my phone. I want to scream. I want to break something. I want to go to her and tell her she made the biggest mistake of her life. You won't, Sophia said. Not yet. And that's good, because revenge is useless if it's the only reason you act. You need clarity first, strength, perspective. I exhaled slowly, trying to steady myself. I thought love was supposed to protect you, supposed to be enough. It's not always enough, Sophia said calmly. Life doesn't follow our plans. People don't follow our scripts, but you get to write your own next chapter. I stared at the screen one more time. Daniel's confident grin, her soft smile, it made my stomach twist. Rage and humiliation bubbled beneath the surface, but Sophia's words held me back from doing something I'd regret. I hate that I feel this way, I admitted. I hate that I'm broken. But I refuse to stay that way. I refuse. That's all I ask, Sophia said, a small smile forming. Refusal is the first step. The rest, we'll see. I sat there letting the anger simmer, letting the betrayal burn, but also letting something else take root. Determination. Not revenge, not yet. Just a promise to myself that I wouldn't be the version of me she left behind. And maybe, I said quietly, one day she'll realize what she gave up. But that day isn't mine to live in. My life, my choices, my strength, that's mine. Sophia nodded, silent approval. I looked at the screen one last time, then put the phone down. My heart ached, but beneath the ache was a spark. A spark I hadn't felt in a long time. A spark that whispered, I will survive this. And when I do, I won't be the same man she left behind. Morning, Sophia said, sliding a bottle of water across the table. You actually got out of bed before noon. That's progress. I'm trying, I muttered, rubbing my eyes. Some days it's easier than others. Mostly, it isn't. I know, she said calmly, but trying is enough for now. You can't control how fast you heal, only that you keep moving. I sighed. Moving feels pointless sometimes. I keep thinking about Emma, Daniel, all of it. It's like a weight I can't shake. Then put it down, she said simply. Not for them, not for revenge, for you. You're stronger than you realize, but you're wasting it thinking about someone else's choices. I can't just ignore her, I admitted. I keep checking social media, seeing her face. I hate myself for it. Stop, Sophia said firmly. Stop torturing yourself. Seeing her won't fix the past. It only anchors you to it. I hesitated. I want to rebuild, but I don't know where to start. Start with what you can control, she said. Your career, your health, your daily choices. Start small, one step at a time, and stop stalking her life. It's poison disguised as closure. I rubbed my temples. Every time I don't check, a part of me panics. What if she's happier? What if I'm missing something? You're not missing anything, Sophia said. You're living your life while she's living hers. Focus on what you can create, not what you can't change. I nodded slowly. All right, I'll try. No social media, more gym, more work. Build something for me. Good, she said, smiling faintly. Consistency is key, and if you fall, you get back up. That's all that matters. I leaned back, staring at the ceiling. It's hard. I feel weak sometimes, angry, lonely, frustrated, but I can't let it rule me anymore. You won't, Sophia said. Not if you keep choosing yourself. You're capable of more than you think. I used to think love was everything, I said quietly. Now, I'm realizing self-respect might be more important. And that's the first step toward power, she said. Not revenge, not closure. You. I smiled, though it was shaky. It's strange. I feel lighter thinking about myself instead of her. But at the same time, the scars are still there. Good, Sophia said. Scars remind you that you survived. They don't define you. They strengthen you if you let them. I'm tired of surviving, I muttered. I want to live. Really live. To feel proud of myself again, without her shadow looming over me. You can, she said, and you will. But it starts with discipline, choosing daily actions that build you up instead of tearing you down. I closed my eyes. Discipline, focus, control. That's how I'll start. And remember, Sophia said softly, you're not alone. You have people who care. Lean on us when it gets heavy, but don't rely on us to do the work for you. I won't, I said, determination growing. I need to feel my own strength, my own resilience. That's the only way I'll ever be free from this pain. You're already taking steps, she said. Each day you don't break is a victory. Celebrate it. Don't wait for some grand change to feel progress. I nodded, feeling a warmth I hadn't in months. All right, one day at a time, build myself back, stronger, smarter, better, no shortcuts. And when you're done, Sophia said quietly, you'll realize you never needed her to define your happiness. I smiled, finally feeling a spark of hope. Then I guess it's time to focus on me. Really focus. Sophia nodded, silent approval shining in her eyes. I took a deep breath, letting it fill me. The anger was still there. The hurt still lingered. But beneath it all, determination was rising. I would survive. I would rebuild. And this time, I would rise on my own terms. I hadn't expected to see her, ever. Not here, at Mark's party, with music blaring and people laughing. Yet when I turned the corner, there she was. Emma. Wait, is that you? I heard a voice behind me. I froze. Mark? I said, relief and tension colliding. Yeah, man. Long time. Come on, I want you to meet someone. He gestured and my eyes followed. And there she was. Standing in the corner, laughing softly, hair catching the dim light. My chest tightened. I hadn't realized how much I missed seeing her smile. Emma? I whispered, more to myself than anyone else. Her eyes widened, and for a moment I thought she might run. Instead, she froze, Oh, hi, she said softly. Her voice. It was still the same, yet different. Hi, I said, heart hammering. It's been a while. Yes, she said, swallowing. It really has. Mark clapped his hands. Come on, you two. Don't make this awkward. Catch up. And then he left, disappearing into the crowd. I took a deep breath. So, life's been crazy? She laughed nervously. You could say that. And you? You look different. Stronger, maybe? I smiled faintly. Different? Yeah. Stronger, maybe. Learned a few lessons? She hesitated, eyes flicking away. I didn't expect to see you here. Not like this. I mean, I didn't expect you to be here. I studied her carefully. Her tone, her posture. It was polite, careful, but her eyes betrayed something. Confusion, regret, desire. I didn't know. You look good, I said quietly. Really good. Thanks, she whispered, biting her lip. You too. You look, I don't know, like you own yourself now. I smirked, resisting the urge to say something foolish. I'm trying. You know, life doesn't wait for anyone. Yeah, she said softly, looking away. It really doesn't. There was a pause, heavy and charged. I could feel the old tension, old desire, old love, old regret, thick between us. Emma, I said finally, I never thought I'd see you again. Honestly, I thought we were done. Permanently. She nodded, eyes glistening. I thought so too. I never imagined. Her voice trailed off. What? I asked softly, stepping a little closer. That I'd miss you, she admitted, barely above a whisper. That seeing you now, it's harder than I thought it would be. I get that, I said, my throat tight. Seeing you, I don't know. Everything I buried just woke up. But I'm careful now. I don't fall so easily. She swallowed. I can tell. You're guarded. And maybe I deserve that. I studied her. She looked the same, yet different. More composed, but still the girl I had loved. Emma, why now? Why here? I didn't plan this. I came for Mark. To see everyone, and I wasn't expecting you, not like this. Her eyes searched mine, vulnerable but hesitant. I took a deep breath. Well, we're here now, and apparently, fate has a sense of humor. She smiled faintly. Yeah, it does. Another silence passed between us, but it wasn't uncomfortable. It was electric, charged with memories, regrets, and emotions neither of us fully understood. I should probably talk to some people, she said finally, glancing toward the crowd. Yeah, I guess I should too, I said. But neither of us moved. Her eyes met mine one last time before she turned. And in that moment, I realized something. I hadn't stopped feeling her, and neither had she. I let out a slow breath, gripping the edge of the table. The heat, the desire, the unresolved tension, it was all still there, and I wasn't sure I wanted it gone. I didn't mean to bring this up, Emma said, fiddling with the stem of her wine glass. Her eyes avoided mine. But I guess I should be honest. About what? I asked casually, keeping my tone even. My heart thumped faster than I wanted to admit. About Daniel, she admitted finally. It's not perfect. Far from it. I raised an eyebrow. Not perfect how? She sighed. He's distant, emotionally absent most of the time. I thought I could handle it, but sometimes I feel lonely, even with him. I leaned back slightly, studying her. I didn't reach for her hand. I didn't chase. That part of me, the desperate, aching me, was gone. I see. Her eyes flicked to mine, and I caught the momentary panic there. I didn't mean to. I shouldn't. You don't have to explain, I said, stopping her. I'm not going to judge. I'm listening. Her shoulders relaxed slightly and she leaned in. I thought I wanted stability, a life I imagined, but he's not you. Not really. He's impressive, successful, but absent. Not emotionally absent exactly. He's just not fully there. I nodded slowly, keeping my own reactions carefully measured. That must be hard. It is, she admitted. I didn't realize how much I missed connection. Real connection, the way we used to have it, even the fights, the arguments. At least we felt everything fully. I swallowed, feeling the old ache stir. But it was tempered now by control, by self-respect. I get that, I do. She looked at me, her voice dropping. I think part of me hoped I'd never see you again, that I could move on and be happy without remembering what we had. You remember, I said softly. I can see it. Even now you're torn. Yes, she admitted, a fragile whisper. Torn and confused. I didn't think I'd feel this way. Seeing you, it awakens something I buried. I let that hang between us. I didn't reach for her. I didn't try to reclaim her. I can't change the past, I said quietly, and I won't, but I'm here, listening, and you're being honest. That's enough for now. Her eyes glimmered, a mixture of relief and longing. I just wish it could have been different. That I had seen what I was leaving behind sooner. Emma, I said carefully, you're allowed to feel whatever you feel. Just don't mistake my listening for me being desperate. She smiled faintly, almost shyly. I can feel that. You're different, stronger, confident. You're not reaching for me like before. And it's unsettling, in a good way, I think. I smirked, resisting the urge to lean closer. Unsettling? Yes, she whispered. I feel drawn, but also aware. Aware that I can't take you for granted. And I like that. Strange, huh? Not strange, I said. It's balance. I'm careful now. I won't repeat mistakes I made before. I feel desire, sure, but I'm not blind to it. And I'm not willing to compromise my self-respect again. She nodded slowly, eyes downcast. I respect that. And maybe that's what scares me most. That you've moved on enough to not be fully mine anymore. Maybe I have, I said quietly. Maybe that's the point. We're older now, smarter, and even if we feel old feelings, they have to exist within new boundaries, new power. Mine. She looked up, meeting my gaze. And what do you want now? I let the silence answer her. Desire and self-restraint waged a quiet war in me, but the control was mine. Right now I'm listening, and that's enough. Her shoulders relaxed just slightly. Good, because I don't think I can handle more than that right now. I nodded, feeling the tension and temptation, but also a quiet pride. Desire burned, but I wasn't weak. I was deliberate, strong, free. You're late, Emma said, voice tight, when I arrived at the small cafe she'd suggested. There was a sharpness I hadn't heard before. I got caught up, I said casually, not pressing. I could sense tension radiating off her, but I didn't chase it. I wasn't the desperate me anymore. Of course, she muttered, biting her lip. Daniel? I don't know how to deal with him sometimes. I raised an eyebrow, careful not to show interest too eagerly. How do you mean? He's controlling, she admitted. Not like violent or anything, but emotionally. He decides things for me, for us. He's distant, but expects loyalty. It's exhausting. I see, I said softly, stirring my coffee. That must feel lonely. It is, she said, eyes downcast. I thought I wanted stability. I thought I wanted a life where I didn't have to fight for understanding. But I feel trapped sometimes even when I'm with him. I nodded slowly. I get that. You thought you were choosing the right life, and maybe you did. But it's okay to admit it's not what you imagined. She glanced up at me, eyes searching. You always seemed to know me, even when I didn't know myself. I hate that I left you. I really do. I swallowed, feeling a pang, but I didn't reach across the table. People make choices. Sometimes they learn the hard way. Karma doesn't rush. Her brow furrowed. Karma? Yes, I said quietly. It has a way of unfolding naturally. You don't need me to interfere. Sometimes life teaches lessons on its own. You see what you lost, and you feel it. That's enough. Emma bit her lip, nodding slowly. I can feel it. Seeing what I left behind, and it hurts. But I can't just undo things. No, I said, you can't. And I'm not here to complicate your life. I'm just existing. Proof of what you walked away from. And maybe proof of what you've taken for granted. Her eyes filled with regret. I never wanted to hurt you. You didn't, I said. You made choices. They were yours. And now you live with them, like I live with mine. She leaned back, exhaling sharply. He's not what I thought he was. I thought I'd feel happy, safe, content. But I feel alone. And I thought that maybe seeing you would, I don't know, make things different. But I can't change anything now. I nodded, letting the silence stretch. Part of me wanted to reach out, to comfort her, to tell her it's okay. But another part, a larger part, wanted peace. I didn't need her validation, her love, or even closure. I just wanted to exist as proof. You've changed, she said softly. Stronger, calmer, more controlled. You're not the person I left behind. No, I said, smiling faintly. I'm not. And that's not for you to fix or reclaim. That's for me. Her eyes glimmered, a mixture of longing and shame. I should have seen it sooner. I should have appreciated you. You didn't, I said gently. And now you're seeing it. That's enough. That's life teaching lessons. You don't need me to punish you. Life does it quietly, in its own way. She nodded, silence settling between us. There was desire there, faint but undeniable. But I was grounded. Temptation burned, yet I resisted. I wasn't chasing the past, not anymore. I guess I needed to hear that, she whispered. And you did, I said. You see the truth? You feel the consequences. Karma doesn't rush. It arrives exactly when it should. She smiled faintly, bittersweet. Thank you for being honest. I nodded. Always. And as we sat in a quiet reflection, I felt it. Peace. The storm of old emotions lingered, but I was no longer swept away. I had changed, I had power, and life. Life was teaching her what I had already learned. I made a mistake, Emma said, her voice trembling. She stood across from me, eyes glistening with tears I remembered too well. Leaving you. It was the biggest mistake of my life. I studied her quietly, letting her words sink in. Is that so? I asked, calm, measured. My heart thumped, but desperation didn't rise. I wasn't the man I was before. Yes, she whispered, taking a hesitant step closer. I thought I needed someone else. I thought distance meant we couldn't survive, but I was wrong. So wrong. I didn't move. I let the silence stretch. Part of me wanted to reach out, to pull her into my arms like old times, but I held back. And now? I asked softly. What do you want from me? I want another chance, she said, almost pleading. I want us back. I want you. Only you. I let her words hang. My mind raced, memories flashing. Every heartbreak, every sleepless night, every moment I'd cried for her. But I also felt the strength I'd built, the man I had become. Emma, do you really understand what you're asking? I do, she said firmly, though tears threatened to spill. I've realized what I lost. I've realized it was always you. I just didn't see it in time. I leaned back, folding my arms. You're asking me to forgive you, to trust you again, to risk my heart. Do you know what that entails? Yes, she said softly, stepping closer. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I'll prove it. I'll show you every day that I'm here and that I've changed. I swallowed, feeling the old ache stir, but it wasn't weakness. It was recognition. Desire and love still lingered, but they were tempered by control. I wasn't chasing her anymore. I wasn't desperate. Emma, I said carefully, I've thought about this for a long time. About us, about what I lost, about who I was when I loved you blindly. Her eyes glimmered, hope flickering. And I've realized something, I continued. The man I am now, he wouldn't be whole if I let old mistakes define me. I've grown. I've survived the heartbreak. I've learned to love myself first. She bit her lip, trembling. So, what does that mean? It means, I said slowly, that I can't go back to being the person who needed you to be happy. I can't let my past self dictate my future. Her shoulders slumped slightly, but her gaze stayed on me. So, you're walking away? I shook my head gently. Not walking away, choosing myself, choosing peace, choosing strength. I forgive you, Emma, truly. But forgiveness doesn't mean returning. It means releasing the hold the past had on me. It means I rise, with or without you. Her eyes glistened, tears spilling freely now. I understand, she whispered. Even if it hurts, I understand. I took a deep breath, feeling the tension release. I loved you once. I still care. But I've learned that my happiness can't depend on someone else's choices. It can't depend on regrets or what-ifs. It depends on me. She nodded slowly, voice soft. You've changed. You're incredible. I wish I could have realized it sooner. Maybe someday you will, I said quietly, a faint smile forming. But for now, I choose my own life, my own path, and that's enough. Emma reached out, but I didn't take her hand. I only nodded, a silent acknowledgement of the past and the lessons it brought. I stepped back, feeling the weight of closure settle over me. The fire of old love and desire still burned faintly, but it didn't consume me. I was free, strong, whole. And for the first time in years, I felt completely in control of my heart. Emma, I said, keeping my voice steady, I've been thinking a lot about us, about everything. She nodded slowly, eyes searching mine, anxious but hopeful. And I've realized something, I continued, taking a deep breath. Love shouldn't require me to lose myself. I can care for you, even deeply, without letting my happiness depend on you or anyone else. She swallowed, looking down at her hands. I understand. I think. I've seen now what my choices cost me, what distance and fear did to us. You have, I said quietly, and I forgive that. Not because I need closure, but because I've learned to protect my heart first. My respect for myself comes before any what if. Her eyes glistened. I never realized how much I hurt you. Leaving, it was the biggest mistake, and I see it now. But I also see you stronger, calmer, different, and it scares me. I smiled faintly, the old ache stirring but contained. It should scare you, because the man I was, he would have begged. He would have compromised. He would have fallen back into old patterns, but he's gone. I wish I could fix it, she whispered, a tear sliding down her cheek. I wish I could, I don't know, make it right. You can't, I said gently, letting the words land. Not fully. Some things aren't meant to be fixed. They're meant to teach us. Distance, mistakes, choices, they taught me. They showed me my strength, my limits, my worth. Her lips trembled. So, you're saying there's no chance for us? I'm saying there's a chance, I said carefully. But it's not the same as before. I won't give myself completely, not blindly. If we reconnect, it has to be on terms that respect both of us. I can love without losing myself. And if you can't accept that, then we remain apart. She nodded slowly, blinking back tears. I can try. I want to try. I see now what I lost, and I don't want to lose you. Not completely. I studied her, feeling desire flicker. The old pull of familiarity. But temptation alone wouldn't dictate me. I'm not saying yes yet, I said. I'm saying I'm willing to see if we can coexist differently, maturely, carefully, without letting the past dictate the present. She exhaled, relief and hope mingling. I can do that. I will do that. I've learned my lesson. I've seen what I threw away, and I won't repeat it. And I've seen my lesson too, I said. I've learned that my heart has boundaries. That love isn't about possession or fear. It's about respect, care, and balance. I can love you again, maybe, but only if it doesn't destroy me. She nodded, voice soft. I understand. I'll honor that. A quiet settled between us. It wasn't empty. It was filled with the weight of history, the lessons of pain, and the spark of something new. I realized then that I wasn't the same man who had cried over her absence. I had grown, and that growth demanded clarity. I want you to know, I said finally, that even if things don't work out perfectly, I'm at peace. I've reclaimed myself. I've learned that love can return, not to be claimed, not to be stolen, but to remind us of how far we've come. Her eyes softened, understanding dawning. You've changed in the best way. I see it and I respect it. I nodded, smiling faintly. And that's the point. We may walk forward together or apart, but either way I remain whole. I've learned that love doesn't mean losing yourself. It means choosing wisely, caring deeply, but never sacrificing your dignity or your self-respect. She reached out slowly, just above my hand, and paused. I didn't move to take it, not yet. The gesture was enough. Enough to acknowledge connection without giving up control. I respect that, she whispered. And I hope I can be someone worthy of that trust someday. You already are, I said softly. But the trust has to be mutual, balanced, and earned. And now, we have the chance to see if we can do that. On our own terms. I took a deep breath, feeling the clarity settle. Desire and love stirred, but so did control and self-respect. I had won something far greater than reunion. I had won myself. And for the first time in years, I smiled freely, knowing that love, when it returned, didn't have to cost me my soul. I was whole, and that was victory enough.